Hello, my dreadful dolls. Thanks for stopping by today. If you are new here, welcome to Dreadfully Dainty Dipz, where we do things nail related like DIY nails, nail product reviews, and movie, music, and Mani Mondays. If you like what you see and would enjoy seeing more, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Now let's dip into the video. So today we're going to do things a little differently because I've been working on some new content. So on Mondays, I'll be uploading my new series, Movie, Music, and Mani Mondays, where pretty much we get to hang out while I do a movie or music-related mani and tell you 10 things you may or may not know about some of my favorite movies and music. I hope that you will enjoy this content. It's kind of a little bit different than your usual nail tutorials. So with that being said, I will be leaving all products and links listed down in the description box below. So before we get started with the video, I'm just kind of like showing you the dip process. I've kind of did a little bit before the video started. I am using Southern Peach Dipz. Moonstruck is the blue. It's a real pretty glittery blue. And Main Squeeze is the orange. So did you notice that little green thing that I squeeze? That is actually called Dipped in Chaos by Chaos Concepts. And she has other 3D printed products as well. I really recommend it. Y'all please go check her out. Okay, so now that we're done with the colors, I do want to top it off so that it glows. So I'm using Dope Dip's Bioluminescent and Fireball. So since it's October and it's spooky season, I've decided to do manis on my favorite horror films. Today I have a movie mani for you. So let's talk about 10 things that you may or may not know about Chucky, or aka Child's Play. Let's talk a little bit about Child's Play. So it was an American horror slasher media franchise that was created by Don Mancini. The films mainly focus on Chucky, a notorious serial killer who frequently escaped death by performing a voodoo ritual to transfer his soul into the good guy's doll. The original film was released in November of 1988. Okay, so our number one thing that you may not know about Chucky is that his real name is actually based on 3 real-life serial killers. We have Charles Manson, who was the murderous cult leader, Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated JFK, and James Earl Ray, who assassinated Martin Luther King. Hence, where Chucky gets his full name, Charles Lee Ray, which is pretty creepy if you ask me. So number 2, Chucky was meant to be a version of Andy's dark side. So in the first Child's Play, it's about a young boy named Andy who receives a possessed doll for his birthday which contained the soul of an evil serial killer. But Chucky's existence was meant to be a lot more psychological. So the original script was titled Bloody Buddy, and it portrayed Andy as more of a boy with psychotic problems who becomes obsessed with Chucky, making Andy lash out and have bad behavior. So with that being said, they kind of didn't like the idea that Chucky was being a manifestation of Andy's inner rage and violence. So they scrapped that idea and went with the Chucky doll being the evil serial killer, thanks to the powers of voodoo. Number 3, Child's Play is kind of based on a true story. It has been said that people have traced Chucky's origins back to a doll called Robert the Doll. Robert the Doll is a doll in supernatural superstition who was owned by an 11-year-old boy called Eugene. It is said that the doll had a voodoo curse put on it, causing all kinds of bad things to happen to those who came in contact with Robert the Doll. Number 4, Chucky was supposed to have his own theme song at the end of the movie, but it was scrapped from the movie entirely because it was just too silly and made him seem less threatening. Number 5, Chucky actually has a stunt double, John Franklin, who also plays in Children of the Corn. He's actually listed in the credits as the Walkabout Chucky. Number 6, his first victim was actually his own mother. So Chucky actually has a little bit of a backstory. Besides Charles Lee Ray being a demented criminal who dabbles in voodoo, you really kind of only hear about Chucky's upbringing in the book Child's Play 2. So Chucky is the product of a broken home with no father and an abusive mother. Not to mention, he was also bullied in school, which makes Chucky sadly end up strangling his mother to death in the end. Okay, so number 7, maybe we'll call it a theory, if you will, because some people believe that Chucky actually exists in the same universe as the other horror icons. In the movie The Bride of Chucky, it's one of the greatest horror movie Easter eggs of all time because it includes a scene which plays out at the Lockport Police Evidence Depository, where artifacts from other legendary slasher movies can be seen, such as Michael Myers' mask, Freddy Krueger's glove, Leatherface's chainsaw, and Jason Voorhees' hockey mask. So you tell me, do you think that they live in the same universe as the other horror icons? So now we're at number 8, Chucky crashed a Saturday Night Live. He didn't just wreak havoc in the Child's Play movies. He also crashed an episode of SNL as part of a publicity stunt. Sadly, though, the gag went south the moment that Chucky opened his mouth and someone other than Brad Dourif's vocals came out. I mean, could you imagine the disappointment? I'm sure you see Chucky up there and you're all excited, and then he opens his mouth and it's not the original character's voice. So keeping with SNL, we have number 9. Chucky also invaded other horror films. He just couldn't resist a good gate crashing when he had a movie to promote. So in the run-up of The Curse of Chucky's release, Universal superimposed the killer doll into a number of other classic horror films, such as The Purge, Mama, Drag Me to Hell, and Psycho. Lastly, we have number 10. There were almost thousands of Chuckies in the sequels. In the finale of Child's Play 2, it takes place in a factory for good guy dolls where Chucky hides amongst hundreds of other toys that look just like him, but ends when Chucky is defeated and melted down. The thing is that we notice when Chucky is melted down, his body becomes parts of hundreds of other good guy dolls, all of which have the potential to become evil and possessed. But due to the film's budget, they couldn't make such ambitious projects happen. I mean, could you imagine an army of Chuckies? Well, friends, that's all I have for you today. So what did you honestly think of today's video? Would you be interested in seeing more content like this? I mean, I'd love to do any kind of movies, old or new. I'd love to do music. I'm going to break it down into like bands or singers. Have you seen any of these child plays or Chucky sequels? I'm a huge fan, so I've totally seen them all. I also want to know, what would you like to see next? Do you have a favorite movie or a band that you would like me to cover in the next video? Do you please let me know down below. I'd love to hear all of your feedback. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. That helps me out so much. I'm going to be quiet for now and let you finish out the video watching me paint, and I'll be back at the very end. Okay, so here is my Chucky Manny all finished. What do y'all think? I love it. Okay, so here is the finished set. I love it so much. It came out really great. And now, let's jump into the lamp so I can show you that glow. Alright, I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. So until next time, bye!